This is a story of how I drove 2,000 kilometers
What the
alone to the Italian Alps. You know those video call platforms where you can set your custom backgrounds? I always choose something epic, like mountain view or forest with deers. But in reality, I'm still here, surrounded with those same four walls that I've always been surrounded with. But then I started thinking, what if I actually do it for real? What if I drive all the way to the Dolomites, take a small boat, row to the middle of the lake, and have a video call, a one-on-one session with our team lead from the most scenic and epic place I could imagine.
Before you know it, there he was, already 600 kilometers behind him. Turns out he had slept on the wrong side of the campsite, so he was greeted by a Polish lad. Neither understood a word the other was saying. Just 16 hours earlier, he had no idea where he'd end up. Maybe it's best to hear that in his own words.
We're starting from Estonia, the northeastern part of Europe. Our destination is Lago di Braies, in the Central Europe, in the Dolomites, in Italy. The most spectacular video call backdrop I could find. We'll pass through 7 countries in total, including the Baltics, Poland, Germany, Austria, and finally Italy. Let's go. It's only 2,200 kilometers, so it's not that bad.
And so, Tarvi continued on with his electric car, not even knowing how far he'd get.
I guess my biggest fear was that something would break, like a tire. I had no spare tire. Or that I would run out of battery. Or that I would find myself lost at 3 a.m. with 3% of battery left.
Which, by the way, is exactly what happened.
So it literally directed me to this road here. What the man? This is not correct. That's what sucks, GPS has no common sense. After that initial heart attack, it was just math. The range is 250 kilometers to stay safe with higher speeds, about 9 times to charge in total. It's 10 euros per 100 kilometers, approximately 200 to 220 euros to get to the Alps.
It's probably the last charging of the night. Then I'm gonna go and find a sleeping spot someplace here.
And there was the Polish lad.
But if you think this is a travel movie, then you're in for a little bit of a surprise. It's now already 8 months later as I'm editing this thing together, and I can't stop thinking, why would a 30-year-old dude drive to a lake? And then I realized, this is not a story about that at all. Man. Well, the truth is that this person here and that person over there, or even that guy, are not really the same people anymore. It is 20th of April.
So tell us, Tarvi, how did it all happen?
I had just recently released a new movie, and I kind of wanted to start making more. I had a one-on-one session, a video call between those 4 walls here with the fake background, and we talked about decisions, and you just have to make a decision, then you move on to a new baseline where you see things from a new angle and you can make a new decision.
And then Tarvi decided to get new gear. He was going to become a YouTuber.
How freaking cool is that?
Little did he know that this is still the same movie you're watching right now. He's on the road, but it's getting dark, and once again, he has no place to stay.
The problem is exactly the kind I was trying to avoid today.
Is this a quiet neighborhood, or is it too quiet? That empty parking lot, is it safe or a trap?
Is that all? My initial plan was to go somewhere here. There was a hotel.
But Tavi was in Germany, and he found out that Germans don't want you to park overnight.
So I'm gonna go and look for another place right now. Now I wanted to come to the camping site, which was really nice, honestly. But there's nobody here. The reception is closed. There's the camping area. And I'm just here. Feels so sketchy, man. In this shady ass parking lot. I have no idea. Is it a safe area or not. And it started this chain of events.
In the following segment, Tarvi wants you to know how getting that new camera equipment put him on a fast track to achieving his goals.
What else is there that I can do, change, or decide on that will change my life pretty much?
Now imagine the silliest materialistic thing his brain could come up with.
What if I get myself my dream car? So there I was. It was sunny afternoon. The music was playing. I felt it. That I had never felt this empty, like ever. I looked next to me. The passenger seat was empty.
Are you saying it was a bad decision?
Look, sometimes it's more about forward motion and discovering things.
But then Universe had something in store for you, didn't it? Why don't you tell us, Tarvi?
So I met this girl.
Given his new wisdom of decisions, he decided to go all in.
And it's so funny when I look back at it now.
To make it blatantly clear for our viewers, it didn't work out.
Ühest küljest on nagu suht sitt olla, aga teisest küljest mul on nii hea meel, et mul on see sitt tunne sees praegu. I realized that I'm on a weird chain of events here where I just have to decide and move forward. Focusing only on goals seemed kind of pointless. Focusing on the other area of life seemed also kind of pointless. It's like...
Sa liigud niikuinii asjade poole, nagu eesmärk omaette oleks see, et juba siin praegu ka seda teekonda nautida, et me ei saa seda momenti tagasi.
Õnneks ma olen New Yorki kohe.
Visiting New York had always been Tarvi's dream. It's this place where all his favorite creative people are and where things happen. He realized how good it felt to take out his camera and film there. It's the kind of place where everything finally comes together.
Before you know it, I was back here between those four walls. That's why this video has been such an epiphany for me.
So what did you do? Nothing?
Every now and then I had a one-on-one session. I just kept changing the background to all those places, but in reality, I was still here. So maybe the fact that I want to change the background is a sign that I should change it for real.
Sounds like a big decision to make, right?
But then I started wondering, is the world really that big?
Maybe you just imagine it's big.
Maybe if I see for myself that it isn't, then the decision won't feel so big either.
So what are you going to do? Drive 2,000 kilometers to the mountains?
Only there I can make that new decision.
Vihma sajab. I don't know how to tell you this, but we are screwed. Not only is the network down, it's raining also. So when your speed test site looks like this, then it's like a clear indication that there's not even a point to make the test. So there's the lake area behind that house or hotel over there. These are the big mountains. It's just taking forever. So I need another plan. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. We did not drive 2,200 kilometers for nothing. So I'm gonna figure out some sort of a plan. It's raining again. And we are going on that goddamn lake. Okay, so here's a little tour to my crib. I would say it's pretty comfortable, quite cozy. And I can also block the windows. Sunrise is at 7 a.m. At 9 a.m. they're gonna open the boat rental. I'm gonna be the first person there. And then we're gonna go to the lake.
So, Tarvi, all ready for your final challenge? Do you have any cash?
Bro, I haven't carried cash in years. Of course the card payment isn't gonna work here.
Well, Merry Christmas.
The card went through.
Ladies and gentlemen, our dear viewers, after a journey of 2,200 kilometers, he is finally setting out onto the lake.
This is it. This is the ultimate background. There was this small moment in the frame when we had it.
Tarvi, what about the video call?
Well, I told you I'd figure out a plan. And I had now captured my own epic video call background. So it was time to finally put it into use.
Ciao.
What's up, man? So I've been thinking about this big adventure, living a month here, a month there, like Berlin, Milan, Rome, I don't know, Lisbon, see what it's like. I'm looking at those Airbnbs and I mean, it's so cool, but at the same time, I just can't bring myself to click that goddamn book button. And it's scary, man. I don't know. You also had to make this decision whether to go with it or not. How did it feel to make that decision? It's probably the comfort zone, the fear of missing out all the things that are gonna start happening here while I'm going away. So I have so much here in my apartment that I also have to get rid of, and it's weird because it took quite a while to actually get all those things together to make it feel like home, and now it would be like to lose that feeling.
I think you already know what needs to be done.
saad võib-olla tunnetuse kätte selles mõttes, et mis on elu sellisel reisival nomaadil, kes tahabki nagu capture ida, kus ta käib ja mida ta teeb.
Good morning. It is 10:52. I'm in the middle of Estonia and we are going. It's only 2,200 kilometers, so it's not that bad. It's almost as if we have done it before, you know?